Hey everyone, welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. I'm super excited because I'm starting a new series today. It's called Spotlighting Cozies. So I'm going to be breaking down cozy mysteries into their subgenres and letting you know what you can read, what series are out there. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. So today we're starting with Culinary Cozies. There'll be multiple videos of Culinary Cozies because there's just so many of them. There's no way to do it in one video unless you want to spend your day with me. And although I would love for that to happen, I don't think that that's the most realistic. So we're breaking it up by author. That was just the easiest way to research it. From Culinary Mysteries, I have excluded bakeries, candy shops, chocolate shops, breweries, wineries. There might be a couple others. Only because, don't worry, I'm going to still do them. They'll have their own spotlight. There's just so many of those. They can have a video all by themselves, and I'm going to give them that. Don't worry, I won't forget because those are some of my favorites. This is all the other Culinary Cozies that are out there. So remember to comment below. Let me know if there's a spotlight you want to see. I'm super excited about breaking up cozies into all their subgenres and letting you know what's out there. So let me know if there's a certain spotlight you want to see, what you've read of these, anything you want to talk about with cozies, let me know below. Remember to stop and hit the subscription, hit the notification bell on your way down to comment. That's going to tell you when I put out new videos each week. I'm going to try to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm letting it known publicly because anybody can hold me accountable, and I hope you do. But for right now, guys, I am 1 for 1. I am batting 1,000. Is it 1,000 or 100? Whatever it is. I know nothing about baseball, y'all. Absolutely nothing. So whatever that is, I'm batting a perfect. Let's get started, y'all. In 3, 2, 1, go. So for all these series that I talk about, I'm always going to give you book one, and that's just so you can start at the beginning of the series. A lot of these have many books in it, but just so you kind of have the proper introduction, I'm gonna give you book one. The first series is the Cheese Shop Mystery Series by Avery Ames. The first book is called The Long Quiche Goodbye. It'll be right here. What a awesome cover, right? I love cozy mystery covers in general. They're one of the things that draw me into cozies. They just look so cozy. They have such good color. I just love them. The main character in this series is named Charlotte. She is the co-owner of a cheese shop. This series takes place in Ohio. So it says, welcome to the grand opening of, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher this. I just know it. Fromagère Bassett. Please don't annihilate me. I don't know how it's properly pronounced. Okay, or as it's more commonly known as by the residents of small town Providence, Ohio, the cheese shop. Oh, I like that. Okay, let me start again. Welcome to the cheese shop. Thank you, residents of Providence, Ohio, the cheese shop. Welcome to the cheese shop. Proprietor Charlotte Bassett has prepared a delightful sampling of cheeses, wines, but somebody else has decided to make a little crime of passion, the piece de resistance. Right outside the shop, Charlotte finds a body, the victim stabbed to death with one of her prized olive wood-handled knives. There are 7 books in this series. It sounds fabulous, and I love cheese. I mean, I love cheese, so I don't, it's been on my TBR forever, but the problem is my TBR is so big that, yeah. Does it ever depress you that we'll probably never make it through our TBRs? Sometimes that's depressing to think about. Let me know in the comments below if you ever get bogged down with that idea that there's so many good books out there and there's so much on your TBR that you might never have time to read them. Oh, okay. Anyways, the second series I want to talk about is, oh my gosh, I love this series, y'all. It is, as far as I know, finished, unless there's just been a huge gap, which I'll take. If she puts out another one, I'll be so excited. But this is the Memphis Barbecue Series by Riley Adams. The first book is called Delicious and Suspicious. It'll be right here. The main character is Lulu Taylor. She is the owner of a barbecue restaurant in Memphis, Tennessee. Welcome to Aunt Pat's Barbecue, which serves up Memphis fun with a side of murder. Named in honor of Lulu Taylor's great aunt, Aunt Pat's family-run restaurant is known for its ribs and spicy cornbread. Yum. But now the Taylor family will be known for murder. Rebecca Adrian came to Memphis to suss out the best local barbecue for a prominent cooking channel show. Trouble. A mystery ingredient has killed her, and now all fingers are pointing to Aunt Pat's restaurant. Horrified that her family is being accused of murder, Lulu fires up her investigative skills to solve the crime before someone else gets skewered. 4 books in this series. I've read all of them. I gave them at least 3-4 cups of coffee. I don't remember exactly offhand, but I loved this series. It's so much fun. Check it out. The next one is another series I love. I told you I read a lot of culinary mysteries, so a lot of these I've definitely checked out. This is one that I really enjoy. It is a Taste of Texas mystery series. It is by Rebecca Adler. The first book is called, oh gosh, I love this, Here Today, Gone Tamale. It'll be right here, which it has another awesome cover. I love all the colors in it. In this all-new Culinary Cozy mystery series, reporter turned Tex-Mex waitress Josie Callahan is about to go from serving queso to solving crimes. After losing her newspaper job in Austin and having her former fiancé unfriend her on Facebook, Josie Callahan scoops up her chihuahua Lenny and slinks back to Broken Boot, Texas. I love the name of the town. Maybe working as a head waitress at her aunt and uncle's Tex-Mex restaurant isn't exactly living the dream, but it is a fresh start. And business is booming as tourists pour into Broken Boot for its famous Wild West Festival, which sounds super fun, and it was. But when a local jewelry designer is found strangled outside of the restaurant after a tamale making party, Josie's reporter instincts kick in. As suspects pile up and alibis break faster than taco shells, Josie needs to wrap up this case tighter than her aunt's tortillas before another victim calls for the check. 3 books in this series. I really, really enjoy it. It's a very, very fun series. The next one is the Soup Lovers Mystery Series. It is by Connie Archer. The first book is called A Spoonful of Murder, like covers right here. The main character is Lucky Jameson. She is the inheritor of a soup shop in Snowflake, Vermont. Winter is big business in Snowflake, Vermont. Tourists arrive to hit the ski slopes, and what could be more satisfying after a chilly day of carving powder than a steaming bowl of soup? Nothing. Currently I live in Florida, but I used to live in Illinois, and that was the best thing about having to endure the winters there, is coming home when it's really cold and yucky out to a big crock pot with soup all ready to go. Oh, love it. All right. When Lucky Jameson inherits her parents' soup shop by the spoonful, that's a great name for a soup shop, she realizes it's time to take stock of her life. Should she sell her parents' house or move in herself? Does she really want to run a restaurant business? And what about her grandfather, Jack, who's showing signs of sickness? But her life's decisions are moved to the back burner after an icy blonde tourist is found frozen to death behind the soup shop. And Lucky is bowled over when her soup chef, Sage Du Bois, is led out of the kitchen by the police. As suspicion and speculation snowball, Lucky decides that the only way to save her employee and her business is to find out who iced the tourist and landed her chef in the soup. There are 5 books in this series. It's been on my TBR for a very long time. The next one is a series that has been very long standing. It is the Donut Shop Mystery Series by Jessica Beck. The first book is called Glazed Murder. It's right here. The main character is Suzanne Hart. She is the owner of Donut Heart's Coffee Shop in April Springs, North Carolina. The first book says, Meet Suzanne Hart. She is the owner and operator of Donut Heart's Coffee Shop in April Springs, North Carolina. After her divorce from Max, an out-of-work actor she's dubbed the Great Impersonator. That's funny. Suzanne decided to pursue her own true passion in life, donuts. So she cashed in her settlement and opened up shop in the heart of her beloved hometown. But when a deadly body is dumped on her doorstep like a sack of flour, Suzanne's cozy little shop becomes an all-out crime scene. Now everyone in town is dropping by glazed donuts for some gruesome details. The retired sheriff warns her to be careful, and they're all suspects. Soon, Suzanne, who finds snooping as irresistible as donuts, is poking holes in everyone's alibis. There are 47 books in this series. I'm just giving a minute for everybody to take that in. 47 books in that series. The next series is another one by Jessica Beck. It is the Cast Iron Cooking Mystery Series. The first book is called Cast Iron Will. It's right here. Main characters are Pat and Annie. They are fraternal twins and the owners of Cast Iron Store and Grill. When a customer is murdered on the front porch of the Cast Iron Store and Grill with one of their favorite skillets, fraternal twins Pat and Annie must solve the crime, or they just might be next items on the killer's to-do list. There are 5 books in that series. The next series is Slow Cooker Mystery Series. It is by Tim Myers. Geez, as much as I read culinary mysteries, there's still a bunch that I know nothing about. I'm so excited because my TBR has definitely grown. The first book of this series is called Slow Cooked Murder. It'll be right here. The main character is Sarah Jacobs. She is a local newspaper columnist and teaches a slow cooker techniques class, which I could definitely use because I love cooking in my slow cooker. So this says Sarah Jacobs is a slow cooker queen. She writes a column for the local paper and teaches classes at the community college on slow cooking techniques. When one of her students is murdered, Sarah must find the killer. There are 2 books in that series. Sounds like fun. All right, the next one is the title is the Cooking Class Mystery Series. It is by Miranda Bliss. The first book is called Cooking Up Murder. It'll be right here. Cute cover. Main characters are Annie Capshaw and Eve. They are best friends. Neither one of them can cook. All right. So it says the first cooking class mystery introduces us to Annie and Eve, best friends with nothing in common except a lack of skills in the kitchen. A series sure to please cooks, wannabes, and the hip set, young and old. Cooking in love. Too bad Annie Capshaw stinks at both. Once she almost burnt the house down, boiling a pot of water. I feel for her because I get it. And a year ago, her ex-husband ran off with the dry cleaner. Oh. Since then, Annie's put love on the back burner. I don't blame her. And leftover Chinese takeout on the front. Until her bubbly best friend Eve signs them both up for cooking classes. On the first night, Annie and Eve see their fellow student Bela arguing with a man who later turns up dead in the parking lot. Now, with the police bungling the investigation and Bela acting more suspicious every day, the friends feel bound to uncover whatever secret she's hiding before someone else's goose, perhaps one of their own, gets cooked. This series says it includes recipes for a full course gourmet meal. There are 5 books in that series. Sounds really cute. The next series is a series that I love. It is the Deputy Donut Mystery Series. It is by Ginger Bolton. The first book was called Survival of the Fritters. Cover is right here. Cute cover. All of them have cute covers. I know I keep saying that. I just love the culinary covers. Or just cozy mystery covers in general. So the main character in this series is Emily Westhill. She is the widow of a detective, and she runs the Deputy Donut shop with her father-in-law. Emily is an ex-911 operator. Emily Westhill runs the donut shop in Fallingbrook, Wisconsin, alongside her retired police chief father-in-law and her tabby, Deputy Donut. But after murder claims a favorite customer, Emily can't rely on a sidekick to solve the crime or stay alive. If Emily has learned anything from her past as a 911 operator, it's to stay calm during stressful situations. But that's a tall order when one of her regulars, Georgia Treater, goes missing. Georgia never skips morning cappuccinos with her knitting circle. Her pals feel the worst, especially Lois, a close friend who recently moved to town. As evening creeps in, Emily and the ladies search for Georgia at home, and they find her murdered along a scattering of her stale donuts. Whoop-oh. Disturbingly, Georgia's demise coincides with the 5-year anniversary of her son's murder, a case Emily's late detective husband failed to solve before his own sudden death. With Lois hiding secrets and an innocent man's life at stake, Emily's forced to revisit painful memories on her quest for answers. Though someone's alibi is full of holes, only a sprinkling of clues has been left behind. And if Emily can't trace them back to a killer in time, her donut shop will end up permanently closed for business. 4 books in this series. It's a really good series. I've read, I don't know if I've read the 4th one, but I've read at least the first 3, loved them. 34 cups of coffee for sure. The next one is the Undercover Dish Mystery series. I actually really love this series. It is by Julia Beckley. The first book is called The Big Chili. It is right here. The main character is Lila Drake. She is the owner of Covered Dish. It's a catering business where people can order a casserole, a dish from her, and then they can claim it as their own. So if they need a dish for a church potluck or some sort of meeting, she delivers it to them on the sly, and then they present it as their own meals, which is kind of a great concept. This series takes place in Pine Haven, Illinois. Lila Drake's covered dish business is discreetly provides the residents of Pine Haven, Illinois with delicious, fresh cooked meals they can claim they cook themselves. But when one of the concoctions is used to poison a local woman, Lila finds herself in a potload of trouble. Yeah. After dreaming for years of owning her own catering company, Lila has made a start into the food world through her covered dish business, covertly cooking for her neighbors who don't have the time or skill to do so themselves, and allowing them to claim her culinary creations as their own. While her clientele is strong, their continued happiness depends on no one finding out who's really behind the apron. So when someone drops dead at a church bingo night, moments after eating chili that Lila made for a client, the anonymous chef finds herself getting stirred into a cauldron of secrets, lies, and murder, and going toe-to-toe with a very determined and very attractive detective. To keep her clients coming back and her business under wraps, Lila will have to chop down the list of suspects fast because this spicy killer has acquired a taste for homicide. 3 books in the series. It's a lot of fun. That is my first Spotlighting Cozies. I hope that you enjoyed it, and until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone!